What's up guys, it's WordBox here, and just before we start I have a sort of intro that explains how the rating system works that I'm going to play before every video starting from now, so here you go. I rate the film on 3 different sections: script, acting and enjoyment out of 5. I add these scores together, divide by 3, and that is the final rating the film gets. Okay, so today I'm going to be speaking about Hugh Jackman's final Wolverine film, Logan. First off is script, and I have to say this script is rather good. The first 2 acts are pretty exceptional. The first, showing us the point where these characters are in life, setting up the rest of the movie seamlessly, and shows us how much of a different Wolverine film this will be. So we all know this is a 15 rated film, or R for Americans, and this film really shows it. I actually think the first word spoken in this film is the F-bomb, and the opening scene consists of Logan very brutally wasting a group of wheeljackers or whatever they were. I mean seriously, there were beheadings, stabbings and some very detailed wounds, and I don't think this takes away from the quality of the film. Yes, Deadpool helped Logan's adult rating bid by proving to Fox that 15 rated superhero films can be a success, but I think this film was meant to be a higher rated film since conception. Logan is old in this, and it's 2029, and he is tired and this is visible, and it makes sense for him to be more grumpy and swear more and kill more brutally. So the script is definitely aided by the fact it is allowed to explore places no previous Wolverine film was allowed to go. The second act of this film held up very well too, giving us more backstory to Laura, the girl, and showing us the lighter side that we know Logan has. When the trio go back to the farmhouse of the friendly family the Munsons and have a meal, and Logan, Xavier and Laura pretend to be a family, it's very fun and nice to watch. I don't know if Logan is pretending, but he does smile and laugh in that scene, showing that he isn't just a one-dimensional grumpy character in this film, which is very good. Also, this is when Charles Xavier dies, and it is emotional and quite symbolic that the man that kills him is a clone, essentially, of Logan. It is a very good action scene, and Logan's reaction to his death is done well. He is angry with himself, and thus further pushing him to the question of whether he still wants to live or die. Act 2 is very clever and emotional, and it is unfortunate the next act is very clumsy. The final act is a bit rushed. Pierce's death is rushed. I feel like he could have been used lots more. Dr. Rice is killed off very quickly, despite only learning of his existence about 25 minutes earlier. And I also feel Logan's death is a bit rushed too. It's like the budget was running low and they needed the film finished quickly. Don't get me wrong, the death is still emotional and the cross turning into the X at the end of the film is very well done. It's just, I felt this last act could have maybe been 10-15 minutes longer and this film could have been a near masterpiece. I'm going to give this script a 4.7. And now for the second section, which is acting, and the acting in this film is absolutely fantastic and a brilliant outing for Hugh Jackman, who you can really tell is giving it his all as his last performance as the Wolverine. You can see his tiredness and his pain as if he feels like a burden to himself, and it is acted fantastically and definitely Jackman's best performance in these X-Men films. Patrick Stewart is as brilliant as ever, showing the audience how vulnerable Logan is and how important Laura is. Brilliant from him too. Boyd Holbrook is very good as the villain, even if he is underused, menacing in the scenes he is in, and it made me want to see more of him every time he wasn't in one. But the star of the show is Daphne Keane, I think that's how you pronounce it. She's brilliant in it, she doesn't say a word for about 70% of the movie and she still says so much. Her facial expressions and mannerisms really shows how at first she doesn't trust anyone but then slowly does come to trust Logan, and it's just very well done. She's a very good actress and hopefully stars in many more films, as she certainly should do. I'm going to give the acting in this film a solid 4.8. Now for the final section, enjoyment, and I really enjoyed this film. The intense, brutal action is so fun to watch. All other movies Wolverine stars in all feel like teasers to what he really can do, and this film shows us what he really can do. Seeing him murder so many bad guys in glorious, gory and stylish fashion is so enjoyable to watch. However, this film isn't just about the action, its themes of family and grieving are very well done, and the chemistry between the main characters is believable and definitely helped the film. There are a few things I didn't enjoy about this film though, some I've already listed to you and some I haven't. Caliban, who just seems to be there, I mean, he does have a job, he's looking after Xavier, but he just doesn't really do much. He feels wasted along with Pierce. Also, Dr. Rice annoyed me. He felt just shoehorned into the movie. I'm not sure why it couldn't just have been Pierce that was experimenting on the children instead of introducing a new character into the film that's like 2/3 of the way through. Also, there are parts of this film that make me feel like I've seen bits of it before, mainly how Logan fights a clone of himself. He always seems to fight something that has his powers or something very close to it. For example, Sabretooth in X-Men Origins, Samurai in The Wolverine, and his clone in this film. I don't know, I just thought maybe we'd get something different this time. Apparently not. However, these annoyances pale in comparison into the enjoyment I had watching Hugh Jackman's last Wolverine film, Logan. I'm going to give the enjoyment a 4.5. So I've added all the numbers and divided by 3, and the rating Logan is getting is a 4.7 out of 5. And that is a thoroughly deserved 4.7 out of 5. Now, you know my thoughts on the film. I'd like to know what you think. Please tell me in the comments below, and thanks for watching.